So in this clip, Bruno Fernandes and Mazraoui exchange a couple of 1-2s on the right flank for United, and Crystal Palace are currently defending in a 5-4-1 shape. In this phase of play, sitting with a flat midfield 4, and so as Lisandro Martinez makes a vertical movement forward, he opens up a passing lane from Mazraoui directly into his feet, splitting Kamada and Mateta, where from with one touch, Martinez can open up his body, receive the ball on his back foot, and then be able to find Christian Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes either side of Walton, which in turn would force one of the Palace midfield line to step out as they receive the ball in behind Palace's midfield line. However, for whatever reason, United seem reluctant to play this slightly riskier pass back inside, preferring to retain possession by going backwards and then circulating the ball back across the back line to the centre. And this 100% is a strategy problem, and it wasn't just Mazraoui who did this against Palace, as Lisandro Martinez himself was hesitant to take advantage of space when it did present itself later on in that previous move. The ball gets played back to De Ligt and Martinez drops into the back line, creating the usual 4-man back line with the fullbacks in those wider and deeper positions, but with De Ligt holding onto the ball, Mateta moves over to press him, which De Ligt uses as a cue to square the ball to Martinez. Dalot then pulls out wide, dragging Nketiah deeper into the midfield line, which opens up a massive amount of space wide of Mateta for Martinez to receive possession and potentially drive into. Either that or Eriksen has to drop in front of Walton into that space as De Ligt is playing the ball across to Martinez slightly earlier on in the move, as this would have dragged Walton forward, opening up the space between Nketiah and Kamada for one of Xerxes or Bruno Fernandes to drop into. And from here, Martinez can look to shift the angle and try to find a pass in behind the Palace back line, in that space that's been created by Eriksen's deeper movement. If Walton doesn't follow Eriksen and so doesn't vacate the area in the midfield line, then Martinez can play a simple pass into Eriksen, who can receive the ball in behind Mateta whilst also having the space to turn and play forward. But for some reason, despite United actively trying to beta press, as De Ligt half did in this example, United then seem apprehensive about taking advantage of the space created by doing this. But before I elaborate on that further, if you want to check out any of the new season jerseys, go over to Jersey FIFA. They've also got the club and international retro jerseys. You can use code Atlantis at checkout for a discount. A link will be in my Instagram bio, which I will leave linked in the description. Surely the instruction in this type of situation in this phase of play should be for Eriksen to initially start deep, and then as De Ligt plays a pass into Martinez, to then look to make the move in behind Walton, dragging him deep, and just as Dalot did with Nketiah on United's left side, create the space for Martinez to then motor into. But yet again, United's play in the middle third is so slow that Mateta gets across to Martinez, who then plays the ball back to De Ligt on the right side, where the play is more congested, making it easy for Palace to shift across and reduce the space between the lines. However, despite not taking advantage of the original opportunity to progress the ball into the Palace half and then the final third, with the amount of United players on the right side, we should still be seeing some coordinated patterns of play to create space for players to receive the ball between the lines, and for runners to run into in behind the back line. But here as Xerxes drops towards the ball, United clearly haven't worked on these coordinated movements, as no one looks to make a run in behind the Palace back line, despite both Mitchell and Richards being pulled out higher on that side, vacating space in the channel. Mainoo surely has to be the one to make a curved run between Mitchell and Richards, with Ahmad's deeper positioning on the flank dragging Mitchell high as well, and Mainoo wouldn't even necessarily have to receive a through ball from De Ligt to have an impact, as by simply making this run he's going to drag Richards deep and open up the space in behind Kamada and Walton for Xerxes to drop into, looking to receive the ball to feet and link the play. Instead, however, due to a lack of coordinated movement, De Ligt is forced to play the pass to Mazraoui, which only works to box the United right back in on a touchline with very limited options. The fact that Ahmad has also dropped deep on the flank rather than staying high just makes the play more congested. Surely Ahmad has to be the player to drop deep to receive the ball to feet, because this will drag Mitchell high, opening up the space for Mazraoui to overlap into, and from here De Ligt can play a short pass into Ahmad's feet, who likely under pressure immediately from Mitchell behind, can then try to play a reverse pass inside with his left foot into Mainoo sitting in behind Eze, which combined with Mazraoui overlapping both Ahmad and Mitchell means that if Mainoo can release a first time pass from Ahmad's pass inside, United could potentially get Mazraoui running in behind the Palace backline into the box. But with no movement in behind the backline, the space in front of the backline isn't created, keeping that area of the pitch congested, leading to Mazraoui's pass inside to Mainoo being intercepted. So let me know what other parts of United's tactical setup that you want me to cover. Also go to my Patreon, it will be linked in the description and comment section. $1.50 a month, you can get access to unreleased videos, articles, as well as a Telegram group chat as well.